What's up, guys? How's it going? MikeTheTech here. In this video, I'm going to show you the best way to record, in my opinion, the best way to record and what file formats to use in OBS Studio, and how to remix those recordings to use in your video editing software right after. Before we get started, I want to give a quick shout out to Todd M. and Leslie Media. Thank you so much for becoming channel members. If you want to support the channel, click on that join button below. Get access to live stream archives, custom emoticons, and shout outs and videos like this. So basically, if we go into our OBS Studio settings right here, we can choose what kind of things we want to enable or disable or set our outputs to for our recording. So if I go to output, we see recording format here, and there's actually a bunch of different formats here to choose from. Now, normally, MP4 is a really popular format that almost all video editors work with. However, if you choose MP4, you're going to get a warning that if you choose that file format, it'll be unrecoverable if your computer crashes. And that kind of sucks. If you've been streaming for 8 hours and then it just crashes, then you might lose the entire HD recording of that stream. So that's never fun at all. So we don't want to choose MP4. So what I actually recommend is choosing MKV. Now, you might be kind of annoyed right now and be like, well, MKV doesn't work with my video editor. And trust, it doesn't work with mine either. But here's what we're actually going to do. We're going to choose MKV and hit apply. And I actually already finished recording some video earlier, so I'm going to test on that. But MKV, if your computer crashes, the file format and the container will keep all the video that's been recorded to that point, and it'll still be accessible later. That's kind of the benefit of using that file format. It's just a basic container for the video itself. But we can't use that in our video editor, so what we need to do is we need to remux that into an MP4. Now, normally you would want to maybe use a software like Handbrake to go through and actually convert the media file and recompress it into an MP4 file format, but you lose a lot of quality like that, and that kind of goes against the whole point of recording in the first place. So what we want to do is actually go within our OBS menu and go to File and go to Remux Recordings. Now, Remux is going to switch them from MKVs to MP4s after the fact. So I believe this one, I think. Okay, so that's the latest one. And you can see it already says it's going to save it as an MP4 on the right, MP4. And that means we can use it in all of our video editing programs. Now you might think, wow, this is the same as Handbrake. It's just going to take an hour or two above my normal workload. Thankfully, remuxing doesn't do any of that. It just changes the container directly without any touching of the video itself. So let's click Remux. And look how fast that was. Just like that, we have an MP4 version of our MKV file to use in our video editing programs. It's all built into OBS, and it's actually really, really easy. So yeah, that's kind of your intro to remuxing. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I'm happy to answer them. And thank you so much for watching. Peace.
What? You've never heard of stream savers? And you thought PewDiePie was the only YouTuber to make a game? I made a game too, and it's called Stream Savers, and it's available for pre-order right now for $9.99, and that's a great price.